Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, I'm doing a multiplayer pro test of the car that you see on the screen right now, which is a Rimac Rimac Nevera. That's right, the current Treasure Rush car, and I'm gonna test it in multiplayer to see if it's good, what's the deal with it, is it worth the price they're asking for. But before I get into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. As I always say, that helps the channel to continue to grow, it keeps me going, and it allows me to continue making this content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Asphalt 8 right here, and help me get to that 25,000 subscribers, because hey, once we get there, I'm doing a 12-hour live stream, so yeah, let's reach that milestone. But alright, as I just mentioned, this is currently the Treasure Rush car, and well, because I already own it, obviously it's not gonna show over here, but yeah, that is the current one. And when I say, and I'm asking as to whether or not this is worth the price, as I always say in my videos, I'm never advising anybody to spend money on the game, but I'm presenting you the information that it's available, and in this case, the price of getting a Treasure Rush car. You may or may not know that you can get the car guaranteed by making purchases in the shop that will cost you a lot. So basically, this purchase is $30 to get a bunch of dice. So you're buying the dice and you're like, oh yeah, well, but still doesn't guarantee. No, the thing is that this is a relay. So you buy it once, twice, thrice, 4 times, and on the 5th time, they give you 8,000 points, which is more than enough to actually unlock the car. That's actually all the points that you need in order to acquire the car. So on the 5th purchase, the car is guaranteed. So just do the math. It's 30 bucks times 5. It's a lot of money. But anyway, so it is the Treasure Rush car right now, so let's test it out in multiplayer. And just in case you're completely unfamiliar with the car, again, it's the Rimac Nevera at a rank of 1860 Class S, obviously, and here is with the tuning kit, so you can see all of the stats. As I always say, there's not a lot to learn from these stats other than what is the top speed and the nitro, but the acceleration and the handling, they're a little bit obfuscated. But anyway, this is the car, so let's drive it. Now, I'm gonna be trying something a little bit quote-unquote new here in this protest, which is just actually dividing this protest into 3 main sections. One is the introduction of the video, which is what we just did. This section is gonna be the yappy races, in which I get to talk about the car and give you my impression, my thoughts, and whatever I can tell you about this car. And the last section of the video will be the, what should I call it? The non-yappy races, the silent races, who knows? Basically, that's gonna be where I'm gonna be yapping less, trying to focus more on the race and see what I can do. Because as I've said a bunch of times, it is known by now that I play way worse. Well, no, I play considerably worse when I am yapping non-stop than when I actually shut up and try to focus on the race. So still, that doesn't mean that the races in the non-yappy version, or section rather, are gonna be better. Jesus Christ, I ran out of nitro right before the ramp. I'm not saying that those races aren't necessarily going to be objectively better than this, but you know, I'm still going to try. Whatever. The point is, the Rimac Nevera, or as I called it at the start, the Rimac C2, because in case you don't know, this car originally was called the Rimac C2. And by the way, I'm saying Rimac, not Rimac, not Rimac. The pronunciation in Croatian, it's Rimac. So yeah, if you hear me say it like that, that is why. Anyway, that was an absolutely horrendous race, because I did get knocked down, so I'll blame it on that. But yes, a little bit Cien and 2 Senna GTRs. And if you're wondering why it was called the Rimac C2, well, it's simply because it was the second concept by Rimac. The first one being obviously the Rimac Concept 1, that's already in the game. That car also had like a variant with a big wing that I don't remember what it's called. And then this is the second proper car that Rimac did. So it was added into the game and in other games as well, and it was known as the Rimac C2. Eventually it went into full production and it got the name of the Rimac Nevera, which is kind of funny because Nevera, Jesus Christ, I don't know what Nevera is supposed to mean in their original language, or some like some storm or some whatever. The funny thing is that in Spanish, Nevera literally means refrigerator. So this is a Rimac refrigerator, which is kind of appropriate when you consider the handling of this car, because it's not very good. It's kind of heavy, so it does feel a little bit like you're driving a refrigerator. How's that for connection of the name? But yeah, all right, a 3rd place that was not too bad. Again, once again, not trying to justify myself, but I'm not paying too much attention to the races, so yeah, don't worry. We'll get into the DBT focuses mode. Oh, maybe focus races, should I call it that? It reminds me a little bit of how the Lamborghini Revuelto may sound fancy, but in Spanish it just means like scrambled eggs. So we have the Lambo scrambled eggs and we got the Rimac fridge. What's next? The Bugatti stove? I don't know, we'll see, but whatever. So yeah, it's I guess we should talk a little bit about the performance of the car, because this car is actually not bad, but it's not worth the price of a treasure rush. And again, this car being of 1860, which is the, let's say, the baseline of Class S, you know, baseline being, you know, the... Oh, you're kidding me? Oh no, and I got respawn here. Oh, I'm gonna crash, Man, you have to slow down a lot to not hit this wall, and I still hit it. Yeah, you never want to do that jump. It's ridiculous. Ah, Jesus Christ, I'm dead last. Oh, that's bull. Fine. We will pretend that this race never happened and that I did not finish in 8th place and lost a bunch of points. I'm fine. So, like I was saying, maybe it's a good moment to talk about the performance of this car. And like I was saying, it's a mid car. It is not particularly good, but being mid, that doesn't mean that it's a bad car either. It just means that it doesn't shine in particular in anything. This car has some pretty decent acceleration. The nitro, the perfect nitro, it is okay, you know, it's there. The triple tap nitro feels somewhat good. And yeah, that's basically... Oh, doesn't drift amazing, by the way. So, like I was saying, it's not a car that, wow, it's gonna be absolutely amazing, but it's not a car that is absolutely terrible either. In general, it's a car that you will be able to use and have some races and sometimes get some good results, sometimes get knocked down, sometimes, you know, you're gonna be destroyed because you run out of nitro, things like that, right? Random stuff that happens in the race, it's fine. But like I was saying, this is not a car that, in my opinion, is worth the asking price for a treasure rush. So if you're thinking, oh, should I actually spend 150 bucks on this car? No, just don't. All right, I got a 3rd place, which is, again, not too bad, but considering that it was like a 4-player race, I mean... okay, no, okay, it was more people, but still. At least it's top 3, I'll take it. Now, obviously, considering that there are much stronger cars in this class, well, yeah, if you get matched against those, this is gonna be destroyed. But in general, like I said, the overall balance of the game so far, before Sportline gets introduced in the next update, so far the balance is relatively... what would I say? Relatively flat. So even the cars that are not necessarily particularly good can still put a fight simply because, well, all of the speeds of the cars are so close, all of the accelerations are so close, the nitro is so close, everything is so close. Yes, there are objective... Oh, Jesus, cars. Jesus Christ, Jesus car. All right. There are cars that are objectively better, but in general, the differences are so small that in multiplayer, where a lot of random stuff happens, you know, you'll be fine. You can still do some races with a car that is not amazing and still probably get some good results from time to time. It may just not be W's all the time constantly, but yeah. All right, that's another 3rd place, which again shows that the car is not doing too terrible. So yay, defeated by Stradale in a Senna GTR, but I did beat a Senna GTR. And okay, this car barely counts, but now it is time for a customary spiral drift test and see just how good or bad this thing drifts. And here we go. You know what? The drift is quite alright. I said earlier that it was not good, but it's not bad at all. And a 2nd attempt just for good measure. I'm gonna try to be a little bit closer to the wall this time. Let's see, and here we go. All right, this is quite usable. And as per usual, I'm gonna do it also in the opposite direction. Even though I always say that this side feels assisted, you seem to drift at a higher speed and grip and tighter, but hey, let's check it out anyway. Here we go. Look at this, look at this. If I hadn't touched that wall, but yeah, that drift is definitely quite usable, maybe slightly good even. But now let's test the time to wall, and after a few attempts, I did get a car that kind of works to race against, and that is the McLaren Solus, because it accelerates good enough where it doesn't get in the way too much. So basically, he just jumps ahead, and I need to move a little bit, and there we go. So that is about as clean as I can get it for you, but let's do a 2nd attempt. Same idea. Because again, I tried with a bunch of other cars, but they get too much in the way. This one just out-accelerates me enough where it's not a problem. Look at that, look at that. Relatively clean, all right? Relatively clean. But here's one run in gauge drift where there's no enemies, so it's as straight line as possible to the wall. But yeah, there it is. As I said, I think this should be the new standard to measure time to walls and accelerations. But before going any further, of course, I need to show you the colors. And you already saw it in this test in black. I was also driving it earlier in this fancy blue. But actually, the default color for this car is this very light grayish blue, which is kind of fancy, but also kind of boring in my opinion. We got it also in plain gray. We got it on white or silverish, whatever. We got it in red, very reminiscent of the original Rimac Concept 1. In super bright, Jesus Christ, my eyes, green. And finally in orange. Oh, and there's also, well, that more than orange, it's kind of like yellowish. Orange. Yellow-orange. But there's also this decal that I have no idea how I got. I imagine must have been free at some other point. Because at some point, I mean, because yeah, I don't think I would have paid for this. But yeah, there's this decal available as well. If you don't own it, probably you can purchase it for vouchers. Not that I would suggest you to do so. And I know what you're gonna be asking. DBT, did you just paint your car orange? Maybe. Listen, it's not exactly orange. It is more like goldish, but hey, it looks fancy. All right, I had to do it. But all right, let's do the focused races. I'm gonna shut up a little bit and see if I can get some decent results with this car. Oh boy. Oh, no, Jesus Christ. All right, I'm running with triple tap and I don't love that, but it is what it is. Oh, someone wreck, please don't fall on top of me. Oh, Jesus. I missed the nitro. I missed all of that nitro. I'm gonna run out of nitro. Oh, this is bad. This is no bueno. Come on. Oh, I was hoping for a force barrier, bro. Come on, keep the third. All right, I'll live with the third. Jesus. Yeah, I'm telling you, the triple tap, it feels quite alright. It's the perfect nitro that is not amazing. Again, it's not terrible nitro by any means, but yeah, you can see that you get to struggle a little bit. And I do have a bit of a history with this car, because it was one of the first cars that I got when I started playing this game, well, however long ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Again, through a festival, it was a free car, but obviously I couldn't upgrade it, so it stayed unupgraded for a very long time. Yeah, I'm doing relatively long drifts, but I would rather control where my drift is taking me than to try micro drifts and end up wrecking against the wall system. Because that's what I do. Oh boy, no! Calculated. I'm telling you, the handling on this car leaves something to be desired. Oh god! Oh Jesus, do you see why I don't like trying micro drifts? Oh! No! I thought he had crashed, but... well, that was weird. Regardless. Come on! Barely! Jesus! Whatever. I'm fine. Whatever. Alright, so... oof. Okay. Well, I did beat a Venom F5, so that's something, right? It's gotta count. Now, I did say that when I shut up, I play better. I should have said I play a little better, not like significantly, but I play a little bit better. That doesn't mean constant W's, it just means that statistically, I'm more likely to get better results when I'm shutting up. I'm not saying that I'm gonna win races just because I shut up, all right? I hope that's clear. Jesus, I'm telling you, this handling. Just gotta be careful with my nitro management. Alright, nah. I mean, I did start very far back in the race, so there was not much that I could do if everybody's just gonna, you know, do that relatively alright. Okay, 5th place. I did beat Ascena GTR. That's something. I was gonna say this is it for all the marbles, but it's an 11-player race in Munich. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. You just know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. It will be what it will be. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. But yeah, overall, like I said, don't stress yourself about this car. You don't really need it. It's not a bad car, but it's not very good. And for a treasure rush, it's not worth the asking price. Granted, if you can win it by just random, well, RNG, good. But other than that, don't even think about spending money on this car. At least not 150 bucks. Here we go. Oh, I did the same thing again where I touched the wall at the very last moment. I get too excited that the drift is looking good and then I commit too hard to it. Whoa. RIP to that dude. Oh, good. I think I'm gonna have to go for a flat spin here because I'm seriously low. Oh, it did too. Oof. I mean, I lost a lot of speed on that, but I need the nitro, so. Oh, good. Come on, come on, come on! Oh, I get the 3rd place, let's go! Alright, I didn't get a single W on this video, but at the end of the day, I think it shows that the car can be competitive. It may not be, wow, the most amazing performer out there, but it is a car that can do some damage if you drive it well, which I don't, but you know, I'm just saying. So yeah, keep that in mind if you already own the car and you're wondering, hey, should I upgrade this thing? I mean, depends obviously on your garage, what you have and whatnot, but hey, the car is alright, but no more than that. Now, if you want to get a hard opinion on this video, you need to leave me the key phrase, which for today is going to be the Rimac refrigerator is kind of heavy, like a refrigerator. First person to post it gets a hard opinion and all of that stuff. For now, that's where I'm leaving it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.